Quick question before we dive in. If someone grabbed your rental photos tonight and used them in a fake ad, how long would it take you to notice? Welcome to Landlord Pass and 3 p.m. BC. I'm Amanda, and in this first module we're going straight into one of the fastest growing threats in the rental space, rental scams. Across Canada, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre is tracking a steady stream of fake rental listings, identity theft, and overpayment scams that hit both tenants and landlords. In BC's tight markets, Vancouver, Victoria, the Fraser Valley, anytime there's more demand than supply, scammers move in and try to monetize the chaos. This video is about making sure your property, your identity, and your bank account don't become part of that story. Let's zoom out for a minute. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre has issued specific bulletins on rental scams. Fraudsters post too good to be true ads, collect first and last month's rent up front, then vanish once money is sent by e-transfer, money service business, or wire. Police and RCMP detachments in BC warn about false owner schemes and fake deposit requests where renters are asked to send money before they've even seen the unit. On the flip side, Consumer Protection BC has documented cases where the same photos are used over and over in fake listings, or where the property doesn't exist at all. So this isn't just a tenant problem. When your address or photos are hijacked for a scam, you can suddenly have angry people showing up at your door, thinking you took their money. That's reputational damage, potential safety issues, and a ton of admin you didn't sign up for. Let's break down the main patterns you need to recognize based on real Canadian and BC cases, not theory. 1. The fake listing/false owner play scammers copy photos and descriptions from a legit ad or MLS listing. Repost it at a below-market rent to create FOMO. Claim they're overseas or out of town for work, so they can't show the unit in person. Push for first and last month's rent, plus a damage deposit, paid by e-transfer or wire before any proper viewing or lease. RCMP BC highlights this dynamic clearly. Fake landlords collect deposits and first month's rent, hand out useless keys, or simply disappear, leaving renters locked out and your property dragged into the mess. 2. The overpayment scam. This one hits you directly as the landlord. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre describes overpayment scams where you receive more than the asking price, and the scammer pressures you to send the extra back immediately. Here's how it looks in rental life. A tenant offers to pay several months upfront or accidentally sends too much via check, draft, or even e-transfer. They push you to refund the difference right away, often to a different account or via money service business. Days later, the original payment turns out to be fraudulent or reversed. The refund you sent, gone. Jimmy Ng's experience lines up with this pattern. His rule: if someone is too eager to overpay and too urgent about a refund, that's not generosity, that's a script. 3. Phishing and fake platforms. CAFC and other Canadian alerts show a wide use of fake e-transfer notifications and spoofed payment emails that try to harvest your banking credentials or trick you into releasing funds that don't exist. You might see a very official-looking email saying an e-transfer is pending, but you must click a link and log into your bank to receive it. Messages that appear to be from Interac or a major bank, but the link actually leads to a fake site. Once you log in there, you've handed scammers your online banking. 4. Fake documents and references. Scammers know landlords are screening harder, so they adapt beautifully formatted, tenants applied, credit reports that were never pulled from Equifax or TransUnion. Fake landlord or employer references, often an accomplice with a burner phone. Under Canadian credit report rules, real landlord checks are done by the landlord or a legitimate screening service with the tenant's consent directly from a bureau such as Equifax or TransUnion. Accepting whatever PDF a stranger emails you is basically inviting fraud. Let's flip to offense. What does a practical BC legal defensive playbook look like? Step 1. Control your proof of ownership and ID. In BC, it's normal for serious tenants to want to confirm you're the real owner, especially after seeing so many fake ads in the news. RCMP guidance for renters includes asking landlords for ID and confirming names on tenancy documents. That same logic applies in reverse. You should never hand out full copies of your government ID or unredacted ownership documents to random email inquiries. Jimmy's rule here is simple: your personal ID is gold. Don't hand it out like a business card. Use layers, start with proper application, consent, and reference checks. Only once you're close to approving a tenant, consider a controlled proof of ownership, like a redacted tax notice or a title search you show, not send, or verification through a reputable property management brand. Never send high-resolution ID images over text or unsecured email. Step 2. Own the credit check. Consumer Protection BC notes that sensitive data like SINs and full banking details are not required just to rent a place. A modern, defensible flow is: use a proper application form with explicit consent for a credit check. Pull the report yourself from Equifax or TransUnion, rather than accepting a tenant-supplied PDF. If anything feels off, employment, income, past landlord, independently look up the company or landlord and call their official number, not the one on the application. Step 3. Tighten your payment rules. Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre guidance on merchandise and rental scams is crystal clear about overpayments and wires. If the price is too good or someone wants you to move money quickly, back away. For landlords, that becomes: prefer traceable methods like Interac e-transfer to an auto-deposit email or certified funds from a Canadian financial institution. Avoid refunds of any extra money until your bank confirms the original payment is fully and irreversibly cleared, especially with checks or bank drafts. Be very wary of anyone insisting on unusual payment flows, third-party payers you can't verify, or pressure to act today or the deal is gone. Step 4. Monitor and protect your own listings. Consumer Protection BC has documented scams where the same photos are used at different addresses, or the unit doesn't exist at all. Layer on what police and real estate boards are seeing when entire listings are cloned. Practical moves: regularly search your own property address while it's on the market and look for unauthorized ads. If your listing is hijacked, report it to the platform, and if money has changed hands, to local police and the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. Consider subtle watermarks on your photos with your business or management name to make cloning more obvious. If you think you're in the orbit of a scam, maybe someone sent a sketchy overpayment, or you discover your property listed under another name, here are the steps that align with Canadian and BC guidance. Freeze the transaction. Stop sending any new refunds or accepting new payments tied to that situation. Call your bank fraud line and explain what's happening. Document everything. Save emails, screenshots of ads, message logs, and any payment confirmations. Report it. Your local police service for fraud or attempted fraud. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, either online or at 1-888-495-8501, so your case contributes to national intelligence on rental scams. The platform hosting any fake listing, so they can take it down quickly. If you shared sensitive personal details, consider contacting Equifax and TransUnion to put a note or alert on your file. Remember, reporting isn't just about you. It helps shape the warnings that protect the next landlord. Here's the bottom line. In BC's market, being a successful landlord isn't just about finding a tenant fast. It's about running your rental like a real business, verifying, documenting, and staying just skeptical enough to filter out the noise. You've now seen how the biggest rental scams actually work, the red flags the RCMP, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, and Consumer Protection BC are warning about, and a practical defensive protocol you can start using this week. In the next module, we're going to shift from defense to strategy. We'll look at how to set up your BC rental business to maximize ROI, structuring your leases, systems, and numbers so you're not just avoiding scams, you're actually building a resilient, scalable portfolio. When you're ready, jump into Module 2, Strategic Setup for Maximizing ROI in BC Rental Properties. I'll see you there.